Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is focusing on this wee look right here. I just want to ask you a wee question first before we get started. Can you please comment down in the comment section below if the lighting and stuff is alright? My house was like a madhouse earlier on. My nephew was in, my cousin was in, her wee friend was in, and everyone was just going mental in the house. So that's why I'm back in the room again. Hence why the background is different again. But just so without further ado, let's get started and telling you what today's look's all about. So I put a wee status up on social media asking you guys what type of tutorial you would like to see, and a lot of yous were asking for, there was a couple of different things. There was people asking for full glam looks, cut creases, there was people asking for a favourite video, and then there was people asking for like a more everyday type of tutorial. So because my last video I uploaded was like a boom in your face look, I didn't really want to do like another cut crease type of video, but because like I said before, I want to incorporate like a 50-50 like skill level in my channel. So I want to incorporate 50% for beginners and like 50% for like the advanced skill level, because it's not really for uploading like in your face like glitter cut creases or whatever, spotlight eyes all the time, whenever there is younger ones who's only starting to get into makeup watching my channel. So that's why today we're doing this look right here. So basically it's an everyday makeup look. I wear this every day if I can be bothered with getting up to put makeup on. So I would wear this to work, I would wear this shopping, I would wear this going out for dinner or whatever with family. Just something really simple, and it just doesn't take up like an hour or 2 hours off your day, So basically max I would take with this look would be 20 minutes, and that is it. I don't really care about the brows or anything them being too sculpted. I just run through the brows super quick, and then that's me basically. So I love for everyday wear just a nice foundation, nice sculpted cheeks, in your face glow, and then because we don't have anything going on with the eyes, I love to have a nice in your face lip. You can get away with wearing a nice in your face lip if you don't have a lot going on with your eyes. Sometimes I find when you do like a really in your face look and then you go in with a really in your face lip, it can be a wee bit too much. So I love just having a simple look on, like a simple look for the skin, nothing on the eyes, and like a really in your face lip for my everyday wear. So yeah, without further ado, let's get stuck into the video. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, or how you want to achieve this look, keep on watching. Well, literally don't mind the absolute state of me. So basically I'm just going to start off with my brows. I'm going to do one on camera and then one off camera, because I feel like I haven't really shown you what to do with your brows more than it should be. But realistically I haven't really been doing anything new to my brows, so there really is no point, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I use a 317 wing liner brush, and this is from Zoeva. So going to zoom this in a wee teeny bit. Okay. So basically I see a lot of people starting from this part of their brow, so I always go a finger behind. So I place the product about here and work my way in first. Just personal perspective, guys, if you start from the very front of your brows, then that is totally fine. Like, there is no harm in that. But for me, I like to do a little base line this way. So I'm just doing my base line first. So always remember, the tail end of the brow should meet with the tail end of your outer corner. So taking an, I forgot to tell you what I was using. So I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Soft Brown. And I'm just putting a little bit of product through my natural hairs first before creating the desired shape that I want. Be careful when you're using dip brows, guys, because they can get very cakey if you put too much product on. So I'm taking a little spoolie and I'm just combing that product through the hairs Then I'm going to create the desired shape that I want. So just the same at the top, a finger behind. And then when I get to the arch of my brow, I curve my brush round. And then drag it down so that way it meets with the tail end of my my little basin that I created. And then all you want to do is you want to just pick up another little bit of product and just fill that shape in that you just created. So there is no extra product on my brush. I always wipe it off in the back of my hands. And then whatever product we have at this portion of the eye, I like to drag it to the front. This is how I create my like perfect ombre type of brow. So I drag that to the front, and then with the tip of the brush, I'm just creating like fake hair strokes. You want to make sure that you don't see that little line at all that you created. You want to make sure that it's nice and faded looking, and it actually looks like it's your brow rather than you have drew it on, if you know what I mean. So basically you're just dragging the product from where you very first started to the front so that you get your nice ombre type of effect. That is all I do with my brows, and I've been doing this with my brows for maybe a good lot of months now, so that's why I haven't really been showing you what I do with my brows, because you have all seen what I've did. But seeing we're doing like a super quick and easy video today, I thought why not. So I take my spoolie again and I just comb through that one more time, and then I take a little clear brow gel. This is from Sleek, and I just comb through my hairs just to make sure that they stay in place all day. Concealer today, I'm taking the Lasting Perfection concealer, and this is from Collection, and I'm taking the shade Furnace. I really like this particular concealer here, and it's so affordable. I think that it dries down really quick, but it's not a bad thing because the coverage in it's really good. And I am taking that on a little concealer brush. This one is from Keira Daly's Desire Jewel collection. This is absolutely perfect for carving out the brows. I love the shape of this brush because it's like a square type of shape brush rather than a rounded type of brush, so it gets right in there. And basically what I'm doing is I am pushing in and dragging the product down, and this is going to act as our base for our shadows if we were to do any. So pushing that in and then dragging that down. I prefer doing this wee step that I'm doing now, pushing in and dragging down, because I think it gives a more cleaner effect rather than just directly trying to go straight across the brow. But if you do that and it works for you, then whoa, show me your ways. The only time I'll do that is when I'm doing the very last bit of the brow and then dragging the product the whole way out. I like to drag the product the whole way out, just if I am doing like a blown out smoky eye, blah blah blah, I have a base for the shadow to go on. And then once I've did that, I'm just going to take a little concealer buffer brush, and this is from Zoeva, and I'm just bouncing that in rather than swiping. I think when you bounce the product in, it gives a more full coverage effect rather than swiping. So bouncing it in, bounce. And then that is how I do my brows. So I'm going to do the other one off camera and then I will be right back. Okay guys, I just went ahead and put on some moisturizer. I just put on the extra rich moisturizing moisturizer from Nivea. I really love this one because it's quite thick. it doesn't make the skin feel like it's sweaty or anything once it's on, the way some thick moisturisers would. But this one is for the dry skin, or for dry skin. I have been having a lot of trouble with my skin a lot recently due to the weather and stuff that we're having here in Belfast. It's literally shit, so my face has been a wee bit under the weather. So I've put a wee bit of moisturiser on. The foundation I'm going to go in with today is the Pro Filter foundation, and this is by Fenty Beauty. I have been really enjoying this foundation, to be quite honest with you, because I have like a wee tiny bit of tan on, minus the ugly hands. I'm still trying to get it off. But I was in BTY today in the city centre, so if you're from Belfast you will be familiar with BTY, and I picked up a couple of different things. So I picked up this Morphe Flawless Beauty Sponge right here. I haven't used a beauty blender in like forever to put my foundation on. I usually just stick to my Kabuki foundation brushes, so this is going to be something new that I'm trying out today, and I've been really looking forward to trying this sponge out. So the shade I'm in is 220, so I've just put a wee bit on the sponge and I'm going to bounce it in to the skin. I don't really like putting my foundation on with a beauty blender, to be quite honest, guys. I just find that a beauty blender takes up a lot of time. I don't know why. I think a brush gets the job done a lot quicker. I love this foundation, to be honest, guys. I have been enjoying it, but if you follow me on my Snapchat and stuff, I asked you guys the other night, like, have you had the same problem with it breaking you out? Like, I'm not on my time of the month or anything, but I have broke out a lot around my chin or my cheek. As you can see, it looks like I have another head coming, and a lot around my chin and a lot around my forehead. And I am not somebody who suffers with really bad skin. I would never get spots unless I am on my time of the month. And I've been enjoying it. The coverage and stuff is absolutely beautiful, but I have been just really sore around my face ever since I've been using this foundation. I've been using this every other day. I've been wearing makeup since I've had this tan put on, and I think maybe I should give my skin a break or something, because I have been wearing it a lot than what I usually do. Usually I would just wear makeup occasionally if I'm going anywhere, but yeah, I just don't know why it's really happening, because I think it's because it's full coverage, but all my other foundations are like full coverage, the likes of my what would you call it, the Urban Decay All Nighter and stuff, and I've never struggled with pimples or spots or black or break, any type of a breakout from using that type of foundation. But nah, I don't like this sponge. I really don't like that, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's very hard. It reminds me of the ones that you get out of Primark. If you are from the UK, you'll know that the ones from Primark are literally like bricks. Usually 2 or 3 pumps this will cover my whole face, and I am now onto my 5th pump from this. I just find that beauty blenders soak up a lot of the product. Basically that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to bounce it into your skin or whatever, but I just think that they soak up a lot of your product. So for a Kabuki foundation brush, such as your Hero brush from Cara Daily, or a wee brush like this is from Makeup Revolution, the foundation is designed to sit on the top of the brush, so that way that the bristles won't absorb any of the product. And that's why I love my Hero brush from Cara Daily, and that's why I also love them brushes. I'm going to show you, like this is the Hero brush, this is from Cara Daily. You can see that the foundation's sitting on top and it's not soaking any of the product in, and it gets the job done in 2 seconds. Like, look at that. I'm just going to keep using this.
So guys, for me personally, when I have a wee bit of tan on, I love mixing my concealers. So I have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20 mixed with a little bit of the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in the shade Fur. So I've just put that underneath my eyes, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin and my smile lines, and I have just buffed it out using that same Morphe Beauty Blender. I actually preferred using the Beauty Blender to blend out my concealer a lot better rather than blending out the foundation.
I picked up a couple of different other things as well, like the Duo Lash Glue, blah blah blah, and then I picked up the Coty Airspun loose face powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. I hear Louise McDonald rave about this on her Snapchat all the time, and I have yet to try. I absolutely love my RCMA no colour powder. It just makes my makeup stay on all day and it looks absolutely flawless, but apparently this one is the bee's knees, so I think I'm gonna try this in today's video and see how it is. Why that happens to me all the time. Every time I open a new translucent powder, it ends up all over me. So it smelled so strong. Like, I heard a lot of people, like beauty influencers and YouTubers that I watch, have says that it smells like granny perfume, so it smells like old people, but that isn't a problem with me. It just smells really strong, but it's bearable. I actually think it smells a wee bit like cinnamon, so if you like cinnamon you will like it. So going by Nikki Tutorials, this is what she does to set her face. I don't know about the powder, I can't remember what powder she uses, but she has her Beauty Blender damp and she basically dips into the translucent powder and pushes it into the skin, and apparently that is going to make your makeup stay on even longer. So I'm going to try that today and see if that actually works. So I am so cautious with using like translucent powders that I have never used before, so that's why I was always stuck with my RCMA no colour powder. But if LMD, Louise McDonald, uses this powder, then you know that it ain't gonna have flashback. That is what like really scares me about foundation or about powders, satin powders, is I am always scared of them having flashback basically. But I got this in BTY also. So if you're from Belfast, you can get that. Make sure you pick up Translucent Extra Coverage because it does give you extra coverage on the face, as I can tell. And this is literally, I'm going to lift you a wee bit closer, and I don't know if you can see, but this is like airbrushing my face right now, and I personally am all for that. So just bouncing that in. So for me personally, if I look at the state of my hair, for me personally, if I am not doing anything to my eyes, I love my face to be glowing for the gods. So I'm going to go in with 3 different highlighters today. Yes, 3. So I'm going to go in with the highlight shade from the Be Perfect LMD palette, and I'm just going to use this as like a base for my other highlighters. Like, this is already so intense on its own, but it's actually, I like it as a base as well, and I'm really just highlighting the fuck clean out of that pimple like that now. But sure, we're all good. If you're new to my channel, basically I love putting highlighter on first. I just find that putting highlighter on first is going to make the contour, the blush, the bronze and the highlight all blend in seamlessly together. I hate seeing anybody's like highlight just looking like it's not blended into the skin properly basically, so I absolutely love doing this first. And if you're somebody who struggles with blending your contour and your bronzer and stuff without getting it really ashy or harsh looking, I'd highly recommend you using a highlighter first and then blending your contour and stuff into it seamlessly, or into it afterwards. It just looks so seamless. I've been doing this the past 3 years now maybe, and it is just, whoa, it's changed my life. Like, I used to struggle with getting a really harsh contour, or I used to struggle with getting a really nice contour, and it always looked harsh. So when I tried this, it literally just stepped my game from here to here. So I definitely recommend it. And because we have put a lot of powder on our face to keep our makeup on all day, I like to put a generous amount of highlight on. I do highly recommend spritzing your face with a little bit of Fix Plus beforehand, but I don't have mine with me. It's over in the studio. I forgot to lift it. So basically, after I set my face with translucent powder, I will always spray a little bit of Fix Plus around my face just to keep me nice and hydrated throughout the day. So basically, I just highlighted the highest points of my face. I highlighted my chin, my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on the forehead as well. I basically just highlight everywhere on the face that I did with concealer, except for the smile lines. So the next highlight I'm going to go in with is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Glow Kit, and I like to do a mixture between the Mimosa shade and the Crushed Pearl shade, these two right here at the bottom. So I mix them on the brush, tap the excess off. This is the angled highlighting brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just basically putting this, running this over the face, should I say. I'm not going to put too much in, because sometimes when you go in with too much highlight, it can make you look super wet and super like greasy looking. So this combination that I have been doing recently, it just looks like your face is really naturally glowy and it doesn't look too harsh. So I'm only putting that on the highest points of my face rather than putting it around everywhere else. And then the next highlighter I'm going to go in with is the very last highlighter shade, and this is from Inglot. This is in the shade 07. This is one of their body sparkle dusts. I absolutely love these, but because this is a loose highlighting powder, once again I recommend wetting the face with a little bit of Fix Plus or wetting your brush. But because I forgot mine, I'm just going to tap mine onto the skin and then blend, because it will have a lot of fallout due to it being a loose powder. So I'm just highlighting around the highest points off my face once again, and I'm just putting a little bit of this on because this is really going to set the whole look off, because it is it's very in your face, like I said. So I do like to be super glowy on my face. Usually if I'm on holiday, that's all I would do. I wouldn't even bronze my face up. Sometimes I would just leave it like that. But we're going to go in now with our contour and stuff, and then we'll go in with our bronzer and all after.
So a clip never got added in of me showing you guys what I used for contour, but basically I just used the Sculpt shade from the Be Perfect palette. I took that on an angled contour brush from the Keira Daily Goddess collection, and I just went from the corner of my ear to the corner of my mouth, around the perimeters of my face, and then just underneath my jawline, and a little bit around the sides of my nose as well. For bronzer today, I used the MAC Cosmetics Give Me Some bronzer, and just did that around the same areas where I placed my contour. For blush, I used the peachy shade from the Be Perfect palette also, and I just took that on a blusher brush from the same Goddess collection, just on the apples of my cheeks, and blended it up towards my contour and bronze. This just gives a more natural look to your makeup rather than just placing it on the apples of your cheeks. So ever since I seen Patrick Starr doing that, I have not went back, so I definitely recommend you trying it. For the eyes, I didn't do much for the eyes, but basically I recommend putting the bronzer shade that you used on your eyes, just so the whole look falls into place. You can't just leave the eyes completely bare, even though it is a natural everyday look. So I took the highlight shade from the Be Perfect palette and a little bit of the Loyal Shimmer shade from the palette for my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight. I took the Give Me Some bronzer on a large fluffy brush from the Keira Daily Phoenix collection and just blended that all over the lid. Then I took a little bit of the Loyal shade on a flat brush and just blended that all over my lid as well. And then I used a little bit of the Maybelline Waterproof Mascara for my lashes today as well.
Another thing that I really enjoy doing is, because the face is simple, well, we'll have a lot of highlight and stuff going on, but because we don't have like a half cut crease going on the eye or whatever, I like to go in with a really in your face lip, and this is just something that I've always did. You can go in with a wee nude or whatever, but for me I'm going to go in with a darker lip. So I picked up 2 shades from the Sleek range today. These are the Matte Me lipsticks, or the lip creams. I haven't used these in forever. I only ever tried one from the range, and it was the birthday suit one, and I really enjoyed using it. But I like these because they are like a matte lip cream, and they're not like overly like mattifying on the lips, so they're very comfortable to wear, and they're very cheap as well. They're only $4.99. So I picked up shade Rosea Red, I believe it's called, if it would focus, and I also picked up Old Hollywood as well. So I'm actually gonna put on Old Hollywood today because it is fall, and this is like a really lovely burgundy red type of shade, so I'm going to put this one on. Is the finished look. That's the lipstick fully dried now. The only issue I have with this particular shade is because it's so dark, there is some streaks here and there on the lips, but I'm not mad at that because I don't really care. It looks nice on. You can only notice a wee bits of the streaks if you look really close to me. You can see it around the sides a bit, but it's not that bad, and it is good for the price. I literally only paid $4.99 each for these lipsticks. Personally, I would more, I would more wear like nudes if I'm doing like a darker like look or something, if I'm doing my eyes really dark or whatever. But because this look is so simple, and this is literally my everyday look that I would wear to work, that I would wear going shopping, that I would wear going for food or whatever, this is my everyday look. So I like to spice it up with a darker lip because there isn't anything going on the eyes. There is a good bit of highlighting and the contour and stuff going on, but I like to spice it up with the lips. So basically this is what I would do in the mornings if I got up to go to work, like I said, or whatever. I don't really necessarily wear makeup all the time going to work, because as for me, when I work 12-hour shift doing makeup, I can't be really bothered getting up in the morning doing my face. I can just about brush my hair in the mornings, to be quite honest, if I'm going to work. So this is why if I do decide to do my makeup, I will just do something super quick and super easy like this, that I know that it's only going to take me 20 minutes to do, if even. But yeah, this is the end of the tutorial, and I really hope that you have enjoyed it. A few people wanted to see this, basically an everyday makeup routine. Obviously this is suitable for beginners. Like I said, I want to incorporate beginner skill level on my channel as well as advanced skill level on my channel as well. So I thought I would switch it up a wee bit. I did a full glam look on my last video, and I thought, why not do an updated version of my everyday makeup routine. So this is what way I wear my makeup every day if I wear it. So yeah, this is the end of it, and I really do hope that you have enjoyed it, and this will benefit you somewhat way. So if you have enjoyed it, please give the video a big massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. It would mean the absolute world to me if you would. Don't forget to click the little notification bell in the corner, and you'll get notified every time I upload a video. So everything that I've used will be listed down in the description box below as always, along with all my other social media. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.